Oh, Dark Souls. There we go. You know, it makes me very nervous when you sit there at the dark screen for like 3 minutes. I know you're called Dark Souls and all, but yeesh. Ugh. Welcome back to Suladan Plays Dark Souls 3. So last time I spent a long time hunting for the crypt so that I could get to Freide. And then I've tried to fight Freide a little bit. I have learned something. When she turns invisible, she is not intangible. The player does not have to stand there and wait for her to reappear. The direction the dust moves when she leaps is a hint to you of where she has gone, and you can get a free attack in on her if you can, attack before she reappears and does her big sweepy thing. So, yeah, I was misinterpreting it. I thought that the player, I didn't think I could attack her during that, and that I just had to sit back and wait and let her come to me. So I'm going to see how that information helps, because supposedly that's a good time for free hits. And since I'm using the Butcher's Blade again, I should have a better time of, finding her during that than I would with the Claws or Cestus. And I don't know why this loading screen is so long, but yay, I got this out of the way. I'm glad there's at least these little text bits to keep people occupied while the game's loading, but when the game takes this long to load, ooh. Ooh. Dark Souls, I think it's your turn now. Why am I surprised it sat at a blank screen when I opened the game for like 3 minutes? What did you do? You broke it, didn't you? Nope, there we go. It just took it a while. Okay, so we're going this way. I think. Yes, this is how we got there. How did you forget that so quick? I don't know. The bloodstain is empty, but it's like a moth to a flame thing. You just can't resist trying to pick up your own bloodstain. Also, I need to turn the volume up a little bit. Okay, you get a free hit while I'm fiddling with the volume. And while I let this frostbite deteriorate. No ma'am. No ma'am. Give me a second. Oh. I didn't see which way she went. Aha! I love that attack now. Just that way. There you are. You ought not to have tried. You know what, I'm getting out of here because I'm running low on stamina and my weapon's starting to hit the wall. I'll just nod and smile to that. You're behind me. Hi. Yes, I hear you over there. I forgot your name already. I'm sorry, sir. I love the cutscene where he awakens. It's just... that cutscene is so awesome. And now we go phase 2. I'm still not going to survive, but I can still appreciate the fact that phase 1 is easier, and as beautiful as the cutscene is, I'm not watching it again. You want to attack him when at all possible. They share a health bar. He takes more damage. And he wants to be in your face more. He has really low defense. Although he does have a lot of, fire. I'm just gonna 2 hit and then try to get out of here because I figured she was getting ready to show up. Oh, the fact there's a phase 3 though makes me a little bit sad. I'm not dreading it. I'm just not looking forward to Nope. Oh, I can't attack him with that incoming. She mostly resorts to long-range attacks during this phase. That didn't seem... Well, you know what? I'm just gonna roll with it. That didn't seem like it should have hit me.
We must be Ashen One.
Okay, I'll give you that one. Although you still annoy me by your little stupid speech. Any other interesting rings I should be using? Health restore? No. Okay. I got my chill bite ring. It's like the only free ring slot I have. I like my health regeneration. I know it's not much, but I can appreciate it. Does the room get bigger when you're fighting with him, or does it just seem bigger? Okay, do your thing. Not that thing. That is not the thing.
Return from whence thou camest.
Now she gonna start doing it without stealthing? Yeah, that's nice. At least phase 1 is not too difficult, it's just tedious. At least it's not too long, but again, tedious. Phase 2 is interesting. Like, phase 2 interests me. My problem, and again, this falls into all multi-phase boss fights. Phase 1 by itself is interesting. By itself, it would be a bit easy. I'm gonna say that right off the top, now that I know I can attack her out of that stealthing. Phase 2 is interesting. And phase 3, I just know there's a lot of angry posts about on the internet. I haven't actually looked at any of them. I just know when I googled Sister Freide, there's a lot of phase 3 anger posts. Or links in Google with which the title appears to be anger. My concern, though, is by the time you get to phase 3, for every one time you get to fight phase 3, you fight phase 1 10 times and phase 2 5 times, and you know, die the extra amount of times. The more phases there are, the less practice you get on the later phases because you have to work your way through all the earlier phases. And again, not complaining, just making note of that fact from a design stance that when you design multi-phase boss fights, you've got to take that into account. And I'm not saying that they're not taking it into account. And I guess the roundabout way is when I mention that, you know, phase 3 is looming, or that the earlier phases become tedious, it's, you know, when you beat them over a certain number of times, it begins to... there's a certain one I'm looking for here. No, you're not him. No. You're not who I'm looking for, but okay. Aww. Soleil has abandoned me. There's actually a certain one I'm looking for. A plot-related certain one. I keep forgetting to summon, but now that I can reliably get to phase 2, that was my condition before I was going to try to deal with him. I just don't know. Oh, okay, this must be where his summon. Oh, you've moved up here. Hi.
Thou art Ash.
Hi.
That's why I wish to tell thee all.
Oh, hang on. I didn't hear the first part. Please start again.
Thou art Ash. Thou hast a pact made with Uncle Gale. So I wish to tell thee all. Behold, it's to be a cold...
If you hit the button right when they finish speaking, you can speed up the conversation. The problem is, if you accidentally hit the button right when they change conversation, you skip a section. Personally, this has plagued me in a lot of the Dark Souls games, and I would prefer it to let me choose when to continue the conversation instead of automatically doing so, because I can speed it up. I just risk messing it up because of that.
Thou art Ash. Thou hast a pact made, so I wish to tell thee all.
Okay, we read this part.
Behold its size. This is my canvas. It's to be a cold, dark, and very gentle place. But first, I must see flame.
And we've got to... We've got to beat Freide and who's it in order to progress that conversation, but in order to, well, there's also another thing. But anyway, I gotta find him. Also, yes, her Uncle Gale. You're not... Solaire, why are you hanging around? Why are you here taunting me, Solaire? You're not the one I'm supposed to be summoning. Okay, I'm gonna have to look it up. I know it's right in here somewhere, but I have missed it. Two things I learned. One, the guy that sent us into the painting was Gale, and two, if you've beaten the Demon Prince, you can no longer summon Gale for the Sister Freide fight, which was kind of, you know, an important thing, who's it. So I guess you're not Solaire. You look like Solaire though, so you're close enough. His summon sign is supposed to be right over here, but apparently, even though the Demon Prince is in a completely different DLC, if you beat the Demon Prince, he's not here no more. That annoys me. I mean, I'd kind of hope that each of the DLCs would be their own separate little bubbles. Doing something in one shouldn't have broken the other. But anyway, I guess we're just going to keep summoning Solaire. Also, fun fact, you can summon Gale without having to be embered. He is kind of... It's thought that he's meant to be a part of the fight. But I broke that apparently because I didn't fight Freide earlier. Which annoys me because I really wanted to see how that worked. Let's just move this up. Oh! Okay, stamina. Okay, you can backstab her. That's interesting. Oh, so close. Oh, that was my bad. I didn't mean to throw a fireball. Oh, I'm doing that again. Aha! Gotcha! Second phase time. As much as I love that cutscene. Okay. Okay, he's just gonna focus on her. I will try to keep Biggin distracted then. Oh, he's just creeping along on his feet. Oh, ice, ice. Oh, where's Biggin? Where's Biggin? Hey, Biggin. I don't need to not know where you're at. You're too big to not be paying attention to. Fire, fire, lots of fire. I like that attack. That gave me lots of time to pummel him. See, he's keeping Freide busy for me, which is so nice. Gotcha. Okay, now on to phase 3. This was made far easy. Well, Titanite slab. I shouldn't get a Titanite slab. This is not over. Why are you on fire? Stop being on fire. Which it's referring to you and Slave Knight Gale, and yeah, this is Black Flame Freide, where she becomes a lot more aggressive and fiery. There she is. Back, back, back. I don't know how much damage she can do, so I've got to be a lot more careful. Oh, no. I've got way too much frostbite built up. I can't afford to lose my stamina regeneration. No, ma'am. Sorry if I get quiet. I am focusing at the moment, trying to absorb all the new information. because I do, like, in theory, this is a very interesting fight. It's just the first two phases make it harder to get to the, you know, the third fight. Why are you backstabbing her so easily? Haha! We have taken most of your health hostage. Kill us if you want it returned. You know, I need to be more careful because she can probably two-shot me in rapid succession since she's got two sides. Oh, I backstabbed her. Oh, I backstabbed her. Hats off to you, sir. Solaire. I tried to summon Solaire, but he wouldn't summon, so yeah, Cleaner, who is still Solaire. Oh, it's too bad I couldn't summon Gale for this, though. That would have been fun. Why are there two bonfires within like 10 feet of each other? Well, more than 10 feet. Why are there two bonfires? Dark Souls, I think you're drunk. You know what, I'm gonna do it. It's probably gonna activate a cutscene or something. Time for confidence. Yeah, time for Solaire. Time for Solaire. That's... Wait, traveled? What did it say? I didn't read. Oops. I wanted to summon Slave Knight Gale. But yeah, he's the one that when you first approach the altar outside the DLC that sends you into here. I forgot about that. Wait, isn't this the Ringed City? Wait, so you're saying that... Oh. Oh. Huh. Okay, so maybe they play in sequence. You go through this, you fight Sister Freide, then it teleports you here, then you get to the Demon Prince, Slave Knight Gale's summons, you can summon him there, then you go through all this, and then you have to fight Slave Knight Gale. Okay. That makes a little more sense. It still weirds me out doesn't weird me out. It still, from a design stance, bothers me slightly that they went far enough to bring the Earthen Peak from Dark Souls 2 into the game, but they didn't... It's Earthen Peak in name only, basically. You can see bits of windmill. You know, they went that far, but none of the enemies feel like they came from there. And to me, it would have really been neat if you were intending it to be the Earth... I hear you out there, and you annoy me. If they had intended for it to be the Earthen Peak from Dark Souls 2, it would have been nice to have some callbacks to that, you know, aside from in name. But yes, that's very neat to know. I honestly didn't intend on that summon to make the Sister Freide fight so easy. That was unexpected. Oops. Can't go back and do it now. But anyway, so apparently you are intended to do that fight. Why is oh, the place is on fire. Everything's on fire. Why is out there not on fire? Why is only in here on fire? I guess because that goober was slinging a bowl full of fire around, and it spreads across stone, apparently. Ah. Anyway. So you play through this DLC, you summon Gale, you beat Freide, then you get sent to the Ringed City where you go, you summon Gale.
Ken to fire, cannot paint a world. Those absorbed by fire must not paint the world. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten, Mother.
And then you'd go to the Ringed City, summon him for the Demon Prince fight, then go through the rest of the Ringed City, and in the end you'd have to kill him, and then you bring the Dark Soul blood back to her, completing his quest. So yeah, that's neat, that's interesting. So now it makes sense to me why the two DLCs aren't their own separate bubbles. They're meant to be one larger story. And I approve! Anyway, give blood of the Dark Soul.
My thanks, Ashen One. With this will I paint a world. Please tell me thy name. I would name this painting after thee.
Don't give me Don't give me decisions. My name is Hathead. I don't know. Like, is... Hang on. Okay, if you say you have no name, she will name the painting Ash. If you have a name, then she'll name it after that. There's no big change, apparently.
My thanks. I will paint a world of that name. It will be a cold, dark, and very gentle place. And one day, it will make someone a goodly home.
Okay.
I wonder when Uncle Gale intends his return. I hope the new painting will be to him a gentle home. My thanks, Ashen One. I will assuredly finish the painting of a cold, dark, and very gentle place. One day, it will make someone a goodly home. My thanks of it one day.
Okay, so that's the whole thing. So yeah, apparently both DLC put together into that being that. That's very interesting. Now I have to figure out where I'm supposed to be going. Wasn't I supposed to be here? Yeah, there was the Twin Princes, the Flameless Shrine, the Kiln of... I'm gonna go here. I don't know where else to go. I'm lost. Lost and confused. And I only got 50-something thousand. Well, you got 20 minutes. Yeah, because I had a summon. Also, if you summon Slave Knight Gale for the Freide fight, you get 100% of the souls. And you don't have to be embered. It's basically screaming that he's part of the fight, but you have the option of whether to summon him or not. I don't remember which way is... What? Why do you have 2 bonfires? Why do all of your bonfires go to the Dreg Heap? They want to really make sure you find that DLC. I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. Hello, Root. Oh, I remember the big dark sun of... No, 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 no. That is a boss room if I've ever seen one. I know you're happy, but you don't have to chug the whole Estus. Okay, I guess you do. Well, I'm gonna go spend these souls, and someday I'm... Yes, I know I could go fight Midir, but no. No. I'm gonna let Midir keep doing whatever it is Midirs do. Did I ask for your input? Benefits Department. I don't know. I get more weird calls on that phone line. I'm gonna go to Lothric Castle real quick, farm up some souls so I can spend them to level up, and then go back up the hill, because that looked like a guy sitting in the middle of an arena. Like, I could see him sitting there, waiting, watching. He's going to kill me. And I don't want to lose my souls! It's still weird that they chose the term souls to reference the amount of soul that your soul has. Basically, the level ups or the amount of souls is how strong the soul is, not individual souls, because otherwise you'd have hollows that have 80 souls inside of them, which would explain their madness. I mean, they'd be kind of having a legion moment. Oh. I got lots of stuff off you. Okay, now we can level up. More Titanite. I have a Titanite slab. I could use the Titanite slab. I need to stop wasting the Titanite slabs. But does Hathead want to stop? Probably not. I'm worried that I'm nearing like the final boss.
Ashen one for the
No,
Lord.
it depends on the game.
Very well, then
Yeah,
take
Zelda games are good at doing that.
Let these souls
Okay, please stop praying in my ear. I didn't mute you for once. I thought I could get through it quicker.
Ashen one.
Yeah, I know. Praying in people's ears, being creepy.
Ah, 'tis what neat.
Is my butcher's blade fully reinforced?
Pretty be careful. I don't.
Yeah, I know. Damn, let me see. Oh. Okay, my butcher's not. Oh, it's my cestus that isn't. Oh, my cestus is. Okay, everything is upgraded. I thought I was a slab short for upgrading something, but apparently I wasn't. Already got one of those, don't I? I was just seeing if there's anything interesting I could spend my monies on. Oh, whoa, did I say Wolnir's crown? Neat. I can buy the big hat. Okay, so you sell... Okay, you sell some interesting things. Hey, the armor of favor. Do you sell Solaire's armor? You make me sad.
Ashen one.
That like Solaire's armor. Where was I going again? Oh yeah, there's the... Okay, I've got an option here. I'm gonna go down... I'm gonna try to remember how I got to the fiery lake down here. Because I should probably go do that before I forget again. The smoldering lake, I think. Because apparently Ash Lake is no longer Ash Lake. Has it begun to smolder at this point in history? Shouldn't it have been smoldering like first, and then after a long time smoldering it would cool off and then become ashes? I don't remember how I got there. Oh, never mind. This is literally the bonfire that leads here. But yeah, this is where I went. There's that giant ballista thing that chased me off, and then the centipede of Laser Doom. Yep. Okay. I don't know if I hit it or not. Okay, I can't see what's happening anymore. I'm not bothered that I died as much as I'm bothered that I couldn't see what was happening. And this is a problem that happens when you deal with massive enemies like that. Personally, one thing I would have loved to have seen the Dark Souls series do, I don't know how it would have felt, but some games I've seen when you're dealing with a massive enemy, the camera pans back so that you could really just... You can really absorb the size and immensity of what's going on. Not panning back so far as to lose control of your character, mind you, but panning back far enough to actually be able to see what the giant centipede was doing. Would have been nice. Can I just run past it? I don't know who's hitting me, and that's what's one thing that's aggravating. I don't like the big stupid, well, I love the design on the triple layer ballista. I don't like that I can't deal with the centipede for it, and I can't deal with it because, you know, it's up on a cliff. I'm glad it's not a boss fight, yeah, but it's still annoying. My thought would be if I run up, punch the centipede, it goes underground for a moment, run through there, but I have to time it in such a way that the stupid ballista doesn't interrupt. Is the game telling me there's a way up there that I'm supposed to go deal with it first? We'll try, and there's a giant crab. I didn't... Whoosh! Branderfush. Annoying design. Oh, hello. You know what? You survive. I'm not messing with you, Crystal Lizard. You just looked so majestic sitting there. You survived because your friend back there survived. Hollow ahead. Oh, hi. I see you. Praise the message. Horus, who are you and why are you trying to poke me repeatedly? That was my fault. I tried to kick his shield. Horus, you should have known better. I don't know who you are, who you think you are. I am trying to pillage the remains. Yeah, they're bug pellets. A Leonin shield. I think I already had one of those, actually. What was the point of this? Didn't I already have one of those shields? No. Okay. Oh, D-pads. Why do you try to betray me? It's not going the direction I'm pressing in the slightest. Leonin shield. Metal shield carried by the Greatsmith. Rare key steel. Steals various types of damage absorption. Doesn't really excel at any type of damage absorption. We're calling that excelling? I mean, I guess by comparison to other small shields, that's actually really good. Yeah, I'll give it that. Compared to other small shields, that's really good. Compared to a great shield, well, if we had a small shield that could compare to a great shield, we'd have a balance problem. I mean, it would have to have some downside. I mean, I guess you could have one with really high resistances, but really low stability, or some weird combination of who's-its. You should not be able to aim straight down. Where are the giant crabs? How many of them are there? Not the crabs. The crabs, I don't care. The ballista is what I'm asking about. I'm gonna assume that I'm not... I was gonna say not supposed to deal with the centipede until I find a way up there to deal with the ballista. But I have no idea where I'm at now, and this unnerves me. No. I killed the last demon. I don't need more of you. No, I probably shouldn't tell you that, though. I love this enemy design, though. He's using Chaos Fire. That thing's still looming up there. Don't loom. Oh. Fun. But, you know what? This area is bigger than I thought it was, apparently. I really thought that this was just like a little one-off. I kill the centipede, and behind him's a treasure, and then we leave, and that was the whole area. Old King's Antechamber. Yes, I know I respawned to that thing. Whoops. Oh, look, a goat. No, wait, this is one of the 7 Days to Die zombie goats. Anybody that plays 7 Days to Die cannot look at me and tell me that is not the same screeching sound that the zombies make. I don't know if Dark Souls borrowed from 7 Days or 7 Days borrowed from Dark Souls, or both may have borrowed from the same third-party source, but that is the same sound effect. They actually have a number of the same sound effects. It's not just that one, but that's one of the more notable ones. Is this a maze? Hey, look, it's little four-legged ones that I've never gotten to see outside of the swamp. Oh, hello. How many of you are there? I'm trying to loot stuff. Do you mind? Oh, it's just Titanite shards. Ha ha ha! Hey, hey, hey! I was gonna be nice to you. Claw through stone. Okay, so I'm getting a little bit of a bigger picture here. This is where all the remaining demons have fled, and the demon prince is in the future, like the last demon. So apparently, this would Is that a giant spider? That is a. There's a relief on the wall. I'm trying to see what's going on, but it's hard to tell. Oh, never mind. It's not a giant floating spider. It's just a bunch of floating doom. I'm gonna sneeze. Floating fireballs of doom. Are those permanent fixtures? Oh, they're actually enemies. Okay. Okay, so killing him kills the fireballs. So he's summoning them, and they're separate enemies. So he's kind of like, kind of pulling a necromancer here. Oh, I feel like I need to sneeze. Needed to stop and make sure there was no other enemies looming. Something about this area feels familiar, like all the little, the stairwells leading me up to areas with enemies. Ow. I feel slightly over-leveled for this area. Oh. Oops. My fault, I didn't know there was an area up here. An ember. I have died, right? Yes, I have died, so I don't have to worry about being embered. I'd really love it if, like, NPC invaders could still show up when you're, not embered. I get why. It's because they want them to play by the same sort of summoning rules. I hear breathing. I hear unsettling sounds. Wait, if I'm still on ground level... Nope. Nope. No. One centipede and a ballista was bad enough. How about 2 centipedes and a ballista? Okay, okay, I'll go to the fog wall. Just stop shooting at me. I saw something on the other side. Is that an asylum? No. Okay. No. 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 You stay down. I don't want to fight you. Old Demon King? So, oh, okay, I get it. You're supposed to kill the Demon King, and then in the DLC you fight the Demon Prince. Okay, can I get up? I really don't like being swatted right back down before I can even get up. That was neat. What I mean by being able to get up is when you get knocked down, and right when you become vulnerable, right when you regain control, you knock down again, so that you're basically never getting a chance to move. I'm trying to remember, there was a... Oh yeah, Gale had a habit of doing that. If he caught you with his... when he swung his sword down, and then after a moment yanked it back up, if you got flipped by that, because if the upward thing would flip you, knock you into the air, then right when you regained control, he would repeat the attack, and it would, you know, kill you every time. Sir, I'm trying to get away from the door. We're not... Don't pull a Capra Demon here. You're not Cappy, and that's a good thing. Nobody wants to be Cappy. Don't gank people at the door. It's rude. At least you have a big room. This is not the boss I thought I'd be fighting today. I need more fire resist. Hang on. Hang on, let me duck behind here. Fire. That's another 10-15% fire reduction. I'm just gonna stay behind these That's not how fire works, but okay. Oh no. Oh no! I can't move. You get stuck between his legs. That one's my bad completely. Uh-oh. Shield. Oh, I love the shield. I don't know why I lost target lock. That was legitimately just, oh, hey, you don't have target lock anymore. That one was a fair death. It came from overhead. The shield shouldn't have worked on it. I know I've mentioned it many times, but Dark Souls 3 has one of the series, the worst target lock system. And what I mean by that is the target lock is, well, I'd call it slippery, but that term really doesn't explain what I mean. It makes sense in my head because I know what I mean. The game has a vast tendency to use the loss of target lock as a mechanic. I don't know if it's intentional or not. I just know you will often lose target lock on enemies, and I know what's causing it. It's just annoying. If the target lock on point goes off screen, which it will do if you're, you know, underneath a really tall thing, case in point, or if it goes, if you lose direct line of sight to it, you know, see case in point, when I get really close to him, I lose target lock. If I lose target lock, I lose my shield. Because your shield relies completely on target lock. Stop losing target lock. I mean, I don't understand why they designed it that way. My guess is that it's designed so that you lose target lock if an enemy goes behind an obstacle, which is fair. I get that. That makes logic. But when you lose target lock on an enemy because you walked too close to him, it's a game where your attacks are melee. Don't punish somebody for being in melee range. Or give the boss multiple lock-on points, which you have not done with this guy. He's not big enough to need them, aside from the, you know, target lock loss. Which only seems to happen if you attack from the front. Attacking from the side like that didn't seem to... Oh, what are you doing? I don't want none of that. It's raining meteors. Lava globs. Okay. Please, pick a lane, game. Either the fire goes through them or over them. You can't have it both ways. I don't know how they're targeting, so I'm just going to panic roll away. I think they're all targeting where I was. I'm gonna die thinking that and then being proven wrong, but... Okay, that was fast and without really much time for me to see what you're doing, but okay. What are you doing now? Is that a ring of fire? Oh look! He thinks he's in a battle royale. Oh, never mind, now it's expanding again. Okay. That's neat. That is a very interesting attack. I like it. He has a very interesting moveset. I mean, the target lock thing annoys me from a design stance, but that's been through the whole game. This is just the first time I've had it actively come up in a boss fight. Stop it! Stop it! I have thrown a magical knife at you. I don't know how you're supposed to dodge that. It's too long to roll through. You can't sidestep through it. With the dragon's flame breath and all that you can roll through, it's generally moving slightly faster. This is both slow and the individual streams of fire are so large that I don't... if you can roll through them, I just haven't gotten the timing down on it yet. Also, I would love to have that spell. I rolled. You couldn't see it, but I rolled. I don't get why smacking your club on the ground a couple times incites that ability, but... Okay, so you can roll through it. That was by complete panic, but it worked. I was still in the flame, so the particle size is a little misleading, but, you know, eh. It's the speed in which he can pull that off. It's just bang! It's less than a second. It's misleading compared to the rest of his attacks. Not complaining, of course. It's just that's why I get hit so easily by it. His other attacks are generally slow and telegraphed, and that one fast attack catches me. And again, had my target lock not been lost, I would have been shielding. Die! Okay, this is... He's an air of fire? Okay. Whew, that was fun. Overall, an interesting fight. My only complaint about it is My only specific complaint about the fight is that the target lock system and its slipperiness becomes an issue during it. Because if you get near him, which you need to, given most of your attacks are melee, you lose your ability to keep your stuff aimed at him. Oh, come on. So what exactly is the goal there? I mean, I've got too many souls to just jump off and try playing that, because more than likely that's a whole field of the centipedes. Also, they're loud. They're very loud. I don't need to fight you. Stop it. I already killed you once. I got your item. Oh, there's more of you. Okay. I walked into a volleyball match. What I figure it is that there's a way to get up there to disable the, There's a way to get up. Will you back off, you frenzied goober? There's a way to disable the catapult. Ballistas. I don't know what you're doing. But there's got to be a way to get... Excuse you. There's got to be a way to get up there to disable the ballistas, because there's no way that I could deal with all of that at the same time. Don't target him. I mean, good job targeting something, but... Okay, there we go. That's dealt with. There's got to be a way to deal with the ballistas. Or a way to deal with the centipedes. Yes, I know the centipedes can be killed. If they couldn't, I would be very worried. So Demon Ruins, Old Demon King, Old King's Antechamber. This whole area seems to be based on him, so he may be the end boss of that area. I don't know. Wait. That's the same bonfire. But I came up a different path to get here. No? I'm confused. Stop that, I'm trying to logic. Okay, this is the direction I came. Oh, I bet this is all just one big balcony. Yeah, see, there's the fiery guy. Okay, I see. So this area is going to require some further exploration. That was funny. But I'm gonna go ahead and pause here. The last couple episodes have dragged on far longer than intended. I try to keep these 30, 45 minutes, not an hour and a half. But in any case, I'm gonna go ahead and pause here. I will see you next time.